blueprint where you get the business for your business. So y'all, today we will be talking about how to stop using your credit cards or to minimize the use of your credit cards. So we're going to dig into our finances to see what are we doing to cause us to overspend off the income that we generate from our jobs or any side hustles or passive income that we receive. And before we get started, make sure you all subscribe to the channel, like the video if you like the content, and also comment in the comment section, because I really want to know how are y'all budgeting your finances and how are you going to start paying off that massive or low credit balance that you have. Because we are going into the new year, and there's no other way to start the new year without putting your finances in order, so we can have some success and see that success in our bank accounts. So the first thing you should ask yourself is, why do you use your credit cards? Most people use their credit cards because they do not know what their bank account looks like, or they know that they don't have enough income to basically pay their bills and also buy groceries or pay utilities. So most people use credit cards for travel as well when they're traveling out of town. And using credit cards, you can become very irresponsible if you're not really taking the time out to see why you are using those cards. So to get rid of this credit card debt and to plan for our future, we're going to start by first being responsible, having discipline, evaluating our expenses, and also having a clear plan for our budget. First thing we're going to do is evaluate our expenses. And in order to evaluate your expenses, you have to look at your bank statement and see where everything is going. And I wouldn't suggest keeping cash because you cannot track cash. So I would suggest that you use your debit card when you are purchasing things. That way you can keep track of your expenses. So I would take that bank statement, look through it, and sometimes we spend so much on eating out, we spend so much on shopping, and just other things that may be unnecessary. For instance, if you are a girly and you love to get your nails done, and you get them done every 2 weeks, but clearly you're using your credit card sometimes, so you know that you don't have that money in your bank account. You need to create a plan. Instead of getting your nails done every 2 weeks, stretch it 3 weeks or 3.5 weeks. That will save you some money within that whole year on just getting your nails done. Or find someone who does them for a cheaper price. And for men, if you love to get your hair cut every week, try getting it cut every 2 to 3 weeks. Or try to learn how to do it yourself. That way you can save money and get rid of that whole expense. But you have to look at your bank statement. Your bank statement will tell a whole story. Sometimes we spend things that we don't even know we're spending. We don't pay attention to. We know we're spending, we just don't pay attention to those transactions. So I would separate our dining, extracurricular activities such as going to the movies, going out. Also put in a category for your bills, whatever you like to do that's extracurricular. And you already know the first thing you need to pay attention to is those bills. We already know that the first thing you need to pay attention to is the bills. So get all of your bills together and see how much they are. And also have another budget for your income. If you make $4,500 a month on your job, put that $4,500 in, but only use the net income. So use your net income that actually hits your bank account. That's how you will know your income that's coming in. And also any side hustles. If anybody is sending you Zelles and Cash Apps, PayPals, or anything like that, put all of that in your income bracket. And then you have an expense and income bracket. And with that, you will be able to see, okay, I make $8,500 a month, but I'm spending $9,600. So if you're spending $9,600, you already know that you need to minimize some of the things that you are doing in order for you to create this budget. Because if you don't have money and you're continually using those credit cards, you will always be in debt. And with credit card debt, most people are paying 20 to 30% on credit cards. That is a lot. every dollar has 30 cents on it. So do the math on that. That is a lot of money. So if you don't have to, do not use that credit card. So after you got all your expenses and income together, and you know that, okay, I'm in the red because I'm spending about $1,100 more than I'm getting in. So go through that list of expenses and start eliminating and cutting out stuff, especially those subscriptions, because I even have subscriptions that I need to cancel. So make sure you are paying attention to all that. And like I said, your bank statement will give you all of that information. So now that you know how much you're spending and how much income that you get in every month, now it's time to create a plan to start eliminating some of these things that you don't need. Eliminate subscriptions, eliminate temptations, eliminate some of the shopping that you're doing. Even sometimes groceries, sometimes people buy more than what they need on groceries and food goes to waste. It's time to cut all that out. Go grocery shopping once or twice a week to get only what you need. Especially with inflation, that is the best way to go. That way you won't buy something thinking that you're gonna cook it and eat it and then it goes to waste. And that's just throwing away money. We don't want to throw away any money. We want to conserve as much as we can. So after you've done that, create a savings plan and create a plan to pay off this credit card debt. If you have about 4 credit cards that you use in a rotation, start with the one with the lowest balance. This is called the snowball effect. And with the snowball effect, what you would do is start eliminating the credit card that has the lowest balance. And once you do that, you keep going until all the credit card debt is paid off. Depending on how much you're making and how much your credit cards are, it may take a couple years for you to pay that debt off. But another thing you can do to help you out is to get a side hustle. You can check out my video on the top 5 side hustles for 2025 and see if that's something that you would love to do to create revenue and create income or a cushion for you so you can pay off some of that debt. And then you can start saving. You never know where that side hustle may take you. It may alleviate your 9-to-5 job. So make sure you watch that video. But what we're gonna do this year, we're gonna budget our finances, know what expenses we have, know what our income is, get rid of that credit card debt so we can have a clean slate. A lot of people want to purchase a home, but they have so much debt that they can't afford it because buying a home goes off your debt to income ratio. If you want a video on that, please drop down in the comments, let me know. Now it's time for you to get your pen and paper or get your Excel spreadsheet and start writing down all of your expenses and income, or start typing them in your Excel spreadsheet. And you have to monitor this at least every week or two to make sure you are staying on track. If you can't do every 1 or 2 weeks, make sure you do it at least once a month. I know it can be difficult and it can be stressful, but it has to get done. That is the only way that we can have some savings, some success, and start investing in our future. And the only way to do that is to start now. That will only keep you depressed and keep you down. So stop using that credit card to buy a Coke or to go to McDonald's or to go shopping and get the new bag, the new perfume and all that. Those things are a want, and we need to get rid of the wants and do what we need to do. We know we need to pay our bills. We know we need savings because at least have $1,000 for emergency funds. And we know we need to start investing for our future. We won't be young forever. Even if you're 50 years old, you can start doing this process to alleviate some of this debt and get some of that burden off your shoulders and feel more free. But that is all I have for this video. Make sure you all drop down what are your plans to start crushing this credit card debt and to start saving and investing for your future, because you need to buy that house that you want and you need to buy that car that you want. Don't worry about the Chanel and Gucci bags. Those things can come later. Those are a want. But that is all I have. Thank y'all so much for watching the video to the end. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I love you all, and I will see you in my next video.